Hi, I'm Cider Spider, and I'm on a journey to get every available achievement in Final Fantasy XIV. This monumental grind takes countless hours of gameplay over the span of several years, and I'm taking it on 1 week at a time. So, let's get started. Alright everybody, it's gonna be another one of those days. We're hanging out here in Gridania with our pal Little John. I'm extremely busy this week, so I decided that we were going to take this opportunity to catch up on a couple of crafting achievements. There's a handful that I've been putting off for a while, such as this here, the Saw of the Luminary. There's actually 3 luminary tools that I still need, and I'm hoping that I can get at least a couple of them today, possibly all 3. But these, of course, require over 5,000 crafts each, so that might not be so easy. Let's go ahead and give this carpentry one a try, though. I've only have 1 achievement left to get it. That was the 31 to 40, so all I need to do is start making oak lumber. And oh, what do you know? There's Going with the Grain, Journeyman, 5 points. Well, that was pretty easy. Well, take a look at that. A carpenter's life for me, 30 points. Yeah, so I've actually been editing all day, and while editing, I was just kind of running quick synthesis in the background. It goes for about 5 minutes to do a stack of 99, so it's pretty easy to multitask with that running. You also might notice I'm wearing pretty ugly glam right now. That's because this is all extremely low-level crafter gear, because in the interest of efficiency, I have indeed been keeping an eye on my spirit bonding. Basically, a full stack spirit bonds almost everything in this set of gear that I'm wearing, and with the amount of crafting I've done today, we are a couple hundred spirit bonds higher. Still a long way to go on this one, but it's definitely a battle of attrition, so I figured I might as well chip away at it while I'm doing bulk crafting. Speaking of chipping away at things, let's have a look at Weaver. Looks like for my Weaver's Luminary, I only need 2 achievements. There's the 1500 for 31 to 40 and the 3000 for 41 to 50. So if I were to make a single bolt of linen yarn, what might happen except threading the needle, Journeyman, 5 points. Yeah, that was another one of the ones that I did, again, while editing. I have not, however, made any progress on the 3K. I'll be saving that for future editing. No, but anyway, there are a lot of crafting achievements that I need to get, some that I really have no excuse to have been putting off for so long, and so let's check out a couple more. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a fun video because even though we probably aren't going to do all that much, I'm cashing in a lot of achievements that I've been working on very slowly over time. So these are things that were inevitable, and now they're being made to happen. So before we continue, let's go and check in on our custom deliveries. As you probably know, those are a set of weekly collectible crafts for specific NPCs that reward quite a few scripts. The catch is you can only do 12 of them per week, so they're extremely time-gated, and there are achievements for each NPC for doing 25 weeks of deliveries for that NPC. Needless to say, I am fervently working on these. So let's see what our pal Zoe is looking for this week. Yeah, she's gonna want Near Eastern antiques. So let's go ahead and whip out the frying pan and cook some of those up for her. How do you like your antiques? I take mine well done, but from a skilled enough chef, I will accept medium well. Oh yeah, nothing like a hot, sizzling antique. What do you think she's gonna do with these? I hope the orphans aren't eating them. Alright, Zoe, here you go. Fresh cooked antiques. And there is number 6. Yippee. I am the most fisherer that Zoe has ever met. And Zoe forgot to make lunch for the orphans. Must be a day ending in dumb. Wait, what? And now we head back over to Scenic Ralger's Reach to see what our good friend Monago is looking for. Resistance material. Alright, I'll fry some right up. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Did somebody say trained eye? Did somebody say groundwork? Alright. You see, the hardest part, the most delicate part of cooking resistance materials is all in the flip. Alright, perfect. Get a nice crisp on there. And one more makes a baby's dozen. So let's go ahead and turn those in. Would you like fries with that, Monago? It seems she would. Now for the final resistance material. There you go. Have that. And what do you know? The customer is always right. Monago 6. 10 points. Yep, that's right. That was my very last delivery to Monago ever. I never have to come back here, unless the devs ever implement dressing up Monago, in which case I'll have no choice but to return. But until that happens, I can leave Ralger's Reach forever. Look at this. I have no custom deliveries left except Zloe. Now mind you, I'm going to be stuck with Zloe for a long time, a few months yet, but that's it. All the other ones are done. And just look at how many there are. This has been 2 years in the making, so that is pretty swaggy. But yeah, speaking of collectibles, I couldn't help but notice, what do you know? I'm actually really close to this benchmark achievement, 3,000 collectibles via crafting. I only need to make 100 in order to get it. Now honestly, I could just wait, because I'll get it from custom deliveries after a couple of weeks. Basically 9 weeks of custom deliveries will get me there. But I'm impatient, and knowing that I could have the achievement now means that I want it now. And it just so happens that custom delivery items are in fact the easiest way to get the collectible achievements. So check this out, it's just 2 antique components per craft, and I could very easily one-shot it. Bam! And what's shocking is that even though that thing I made is a piece of junk with 1 collectability, I still get credit for it. The stipulation is, these aren't stackable, so it's going to be an inventory management nightmare, largely fueled by the fact that I have tons of materia from all of my spirit bonding adventures. Tragically, it seems none of this is really worth anything. Oh well, the Savage Aims are. I think I'm going to purge anything that's not worth at least 1,000 gil. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get these out of here. They're not going to be worth trying to sell through even if they do move. Huh, that's a fun hat my retainer just brought me. That's a Plaguebringer's mask. Pretty cool. Anyway, sorry, it was just cycling retainers. And as always when doing this type of crafting, my meta is just to line up my synthesis button so that I don't have to move my mouse and all I've got to do is double click. It isn't fast, but it's very easy. So yeah, I'll have to do this 100 entire times, but I think it's only going to take like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to go put on a video, I guess. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this thing. Trying up a bunch more antiques. These ones are for the garbage. If only the orphanage accepted more than 6 donations a week. Oh well. And there's I made that worth collecting for 10 points. Yep, I reached a lifetime collectible crafting count of 3,000. I think actually a majority of that has been custom deliveries. I haven't done too many collectibles outside of custom deliveries. And by a majority, I mean probably like half. I mean, I can only do 12 per week, so it wouldn't be mathematically feasible otherwise, but whatever. A large portion of them. Also, I just remembered I get a title from the Monago achievement. It'd be Nago's partner, so I suppose that's me now. That's fine, I didn't want to be a mentor anyway. Bam! That's right, all your cat girls are belong to me, and there's nothing you can do about it. Should've leveled your crafters, idiot. Man, this weather out here is miserable. Let's go hang out with Rowena, I guess. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna sit here and make a couple of cookies, I guess. Cause I mean, why not? It's a free, territory, region, what is Idleshire? Idleshire? I don't even know how to pronounce it. I can do whatever I want. That's the point. I'm making acorn cookies in Rowena's House of Splendors, and she can't kick me out because I am the warrior of light. Yay! So yeah, we're just frying up a couple of dumb recipes with delicate synthesis. Why would I ever do such a thing as that? Well, I will show you. Although I suspect some of you may already have guessed it. It's probably not too hard to figure out, eh? There is an eye for detail, Culinarian 2. 5 points. I was creeping up on that one from quick crafting, so I figured this would be a good time to just bash that out. That is 500 high-quality crafts as Culinarian. So anyway, at the beginning of this thing, I said that I wanted to look into doing some more of the luminary tools. So let me give you a quick rundown of the situation. Here's what I'm looking at, right? Since I just got Carpenter today, all that's left is Culinarian, which is very near to the 1500, nowhere near to the 3000, and then Weaver, which is nowhere near the 3000. But if I can knock those out, that's a lot of points, and it would also be every luminary tool finished. At least for crafters, because there are some for gatherers too. But like I said, that's the type of grind that lends itself well to multitasking. It's very easy to do in the background while I'm working on other things. And since I'm slapping this video together at the last minute, I think I'm going to work on that AFK while I edit this video. The very video that I'm currently recording. Because yeah, we've actually made it up to quite a few achievements already in such a short span of time. But like I said, I've been exceptionally busy, and so I don't have long. Because after after tonight, I'm going to be out of town for about a week. And so I need to make sure that all of my weekly chores are done. That is, of course, going to include Levequests in this case, because if I stop today, I'll end up overcapping before I get back, and I cannot allow that to happen. And as you know, we are still working on the Immortal Flames Levequest. We're getting dangerously close to finishing this, though. I've got 80 allowances right now, which will put us up to 460, so that means from today, I only need a week's worth of allowances to finish this entire achievement, which is actually massive, because as I've mentioned multiple times in the past, this is the last Grand Company Levequest achievement I have, which means out of all of the Levequest achievements in the entire game, there are only 4 left for me to do. It's these 3 and then the Immortal Flames one. So even though I've still got such a long way to go on those big 3 achievements, this feels like a nice milestone. You know, finally being able to leave behind Grand Company Leaves is truly going to be something awesome. So let's hop on the grind. I don't think I'm going to do all 80 allowances right now. It doesn't take that long to do, but I just want to get enough done to where I'm not going to overcap before I return next week. Overcapping would be very annoying. Get drilled, idiot! And so we need to make sure that that doesn't happen. Did you guys watch the live letter for the job action trailer recently for Dawntrail? It was about 2 weeks ago today, I think. Get drilled, idiot! They said in that live stream that drill is gonna have a second stack. We're gonna get 2 drills. Do you know how many idiots I could drill with twice the amount of drills? That's almost more exciting than a new adventuring foray. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Marguerite Flintheart will have no idea what hit her. Oh yeah, she will. It's a drill. Everybody will know. And it will be beautiful. I think I talked about this the last time I did Levequests. I can't remember if I did or not, but it's kind of insane to think that Levequests are basically always going to be a part of this series. And they're the one universal, like, constant in my life. Like, it doesn't matter when I do the ultimates. It doesn't matter when I do big fishing. It doesn't matter when I do deep dungeons, blue mage, all that nonsense. You know, it doesn't matter when those things happen, when they come and go, and then I move on from them. Levequests are eternal. I'm stuck with Levequests for 5 years. Actually, I'm kind of curious, because with the Grand Company Leaves functionally out of the way, I haven't really done the math recently on how long exactly I do have left. So let's see, we're exactly 1,000 here, we're exactly 1,000 here, and we're 1077 here. So it's 12,000 minus 77. I have 11,923 Levequests to do, divided by 6. That's just under 2,000 days, 365. Yeah, it is actually still about 5.5 years. Oh my god. Somehow it felt like it would be less than that, seeing as how I've done so many, but no, it's still 5 years. What am I gonna do with myself? So yeah, like I said, Leaves aren't going away anytime soon. Every other grind will come and go, but Leaves will never stop. They will always be there. What's really interesting and wacky to think about is that the game is slated for at least 10 more years of development, at least. And so there will come a day where I finish the Levequest grind, and then I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. Like, I don't know what I'll do in a post-Levequest world, because then all that will be left are whatever achievements get added after the fact. And man, there's just no telling what that would look like. It's actually kind of scary. I mean, there is the inevitability of the day that I do actually get all of the achievements. Again, it's at least 5 years away, but if I keep working on it, it will happen. And the frightening thing is, it's such a long-term project that there's absolutely no telling what I'll do if I make it. You know, a lot can change in 5 years. I don't know if I'll make it. You know, I don't know how far I'll get. You never really can be sure. There's at least a slim chance that the game might not even be around. You know, just because there's a 10-year plan doesn't mean that Square Enix is gonna manage their business successfully for that long. You know, I'm pretty sure they will, but you can never be sure, you know? Who knows what will happen? But yeah, it's one of those things where the thought of finishing the grind is almost scary. So I'm glad that I don't have to think about it for another 5 friggin' years. But here would be a question I guess I have for everybody today. This is something I think only a few people will be able to really answer with any like deep level of insight, but there are a lot of achievement hunters in this game. I am one of many. But the thing is, there are so many out there that have been playing longer than I have, that play more than I play, and that have accomplished a lot more than I have. There are people with over 20,000 achievement points. There's a lot of people with over 25,000 achievement points. There are people that have every achievement, and there are people that are very close to that. And so my question would be, how would you say your outlook changes the closer you get to being done with everything? You know, like, do you get bored after a while? Is it depressing? Are you, like, actually energized by seeing a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, do you still feel the same level of excitement that you did early on? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. I suppose it's just one of those trains of thought that I never really followed. I never really thought about, like, what the end of the grind might feel like. But there is that slight paranoia that it might be kind of hard to log in when all I have left is, like, a multi-thousand-hour PvP grind and nothing else. That'll be a little bit depressing. But yeah, like I said, those are problems that I'll worry about later on in life. I got a lot of time between now and then to figure all that out. Because where I stand, I still have 5 years worth of idiots to drill. Get drilled, idiot! Lol. I'll tell you guys what, though, there is a very, very high chance that unless some really, really exciting and repeatable content gets added into the game later on, near the end of the grind, when we're multiple years into this thing, I would say there's a pretty high chance that the series eventually stops being weekly. Right now, we're at a point where there's still so much to do that I can consistently take on unique challenges every week and have something interesting to show you guys. But, you know, if I get to the end of the grind and all that's left is PvP and Levequest, it's just going to be the same thing every week. You know, I feel like that might get old after a while. So maybe, like, 3 years into this thing, when I'm wrapping things up, there's a chance that the series will stop being weekly. But like I said, that's stuff that's like so far away that there's no point even thinking about it right now, because the plan will almost certainly change by the time I get 3 years down the line. I'm the type of gamer that could be dedicated to something for a very long time. You know, like I could keep at something for years. I've been playing RuneScape for 20 years. You know, I'm very patient and very, very dedicated. So playing another 10 years of this game doesn't feel like an unreasonable thing to commit to. But that said, speaking of uncertainty, I can't actually be sure that I will play this game another 10 years, It's hard to say for sure. Now, in all honesty, I think the only thing that would make me quit would be changing leadership. Like, if for any reason somebody replaced Yoshi P, and depending on who that person was and how they managed it all, that's the thing that I think is probably the most likely scenario that would cause me to fall out in love with the game. But short of that, I'm confident that I'm going to stick with this thing long term. But again, this is pointless speculation. Sorry, I'm just kind of rambling a lot, just kind of thinking out loud. This is the type of thoughts that I have when I do Levequests for the, oh god, 100th week in a row. I haven't exactly been keeping track of when I started the Levequest grind, but it's been about 2 years. So yeah, it's been about 100 weeks of Levequests. So yeah, you do stuff for that long, and sometimes you get introspective. Sometimes you zoom out a little bit and wonder what the big picture is going to look like. But yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about the achievement grind, and one of the reasons why is that I am somewhat of a fake gamer, guys. I'm kind of a fake gamer. This was a realization I had kind of recently, but being around other people talking about all the different games they've played and all the games they're looking forward to and whatnot, I realized that I kind of just play a couple games a lot. I don't play that many different games, The past 3 years, I've basically only played this game with a handful of detours, There was a short detour for, like, Minecraft. There was a Project Zomboid detour, a 7 Days to Die detour, Every now and then I just get, like, hooked on a random survival crafting game, and that eats up, like, dozens, if not hundreds of hours of my time for, like, a month or so, and then I just kind of get back to whatever I was doing before, which usually is just this game. But yeah, I mean, that's me as a gamer. I'm the type of guy that plays a couple of games a lot. I don't really bounce from game to game that much. I never really have. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket, but I certainly put my eggs in very few baskets. But I gotta say, if you're gonna put a lot of eggs in a basket, this one's a pretty good basket. I know a lot of communities have been burned doing that. World of Warcraft comes to mind. RuneScape comes to mind. Almost every other MMO in history kind of comes to mind a little bit. This is one of the few where the devs are actually very, very in tune with the community. They're really responsive to feedback. They usually have a good understanding of what the players want, and I think they enjoy the game as much as many of the players do. And that's why I say I think a change in leadership is like the only thing that could really cause this game to start deteriorating. And so hopefully that doesn't happen. I know Yoshi P himself has said he's committed to this thing, probably for the rest of his life. He said he's not planning on quitting this project, which is kind of impressive, honestly. Like, not a lot of devs would repeat that sentiment. So yeah, I'm glad we've got such a great team behind this thing, keeping everything together. I do kind of wonder, though, if there will ever be another Final Fantasy MMO. 11 and then this came out within a relatively short span of each other, but now it's been over 10 years since this came out, so I kind of wonder if Square will ever try and put together another one. That is actually another interesting scenario, just to go off on an even further tangent, would be if a new MMO ever comes out that's just really, really good, that might be the type of thing that draws attention away from this game. Hasn't happened in a long time, but it always could happen, you know? There's always that possibility that something comes along. So here's a more broad question for people that maybe aren't achievement hunters. Is there any MMO coming out that you're looking forward to? Or are you ride or die with Final Fantasy XIV? Do you think you'll stick with this one maybe for like as long as it's around? So I'm gonna say there's really just one upcoming project that I'm curious about, which is Brighter Shores. It's a game that's being developed by the guy that originally made RuneScape. RuneScape is like my favorite game of all time. I played it from early childhood all the way to now. And a lot of that magic came from the love that went into it from the original dev team, which was just 3 brothers. And now they're working on a new game since they left the RuneScape team many years ago. It's been over 10 years now, but they've got a game coming out later this year called Brighter Shores that I am really curious to try. It honestly, like, if I'm being completely honest, it doesn't look that good, but I might still be able to enjoy it just because I really resonate with RuneScape, and so I have a lot of faith in what those guys might be able to put together. So that's one that, like, when it does launch later this year, I'm absolutely going to play it, give it a chance, and see if it's something that clicks. But other than that, there's not really any other MMO period that I'm actually looking forward to. It's kind of bleak for MMOs right now, honestly. But anyway, I think I've been rambling on for a little bit too long. We got under 50 Levequest allowances, which is good. That means that I won't overcap within the next week. But I think I'm going to get to that quick synthesizing for luminary tools while editing the video thing that I was talking about. So you'll find out how that goes very soon, because when I cut to the next clip, you'll see if I'm either getting another achievement or not. Oh, and just because I know someone's gonna bring it up, no, I've not checked my island sanctuary. No, I don't have to. I set my workshop up for 2 weeks, and my granary foragers are still on an expedition. I'll check it when I get back in town. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Oh boy, gamers, it is 2 a.m., and you know, I'm still editing. But while we're here, we might as well, make a quick cookie, eh? Yay! They're savoring the realm. Journeyman, 5 points. That is our 1500th level 31 to 40 cooking recipe. I wanted to knock that one out so I could get the ingredients out of my inventory because they're taking up too much dang space. Oh, but yeah, with the amount of time that I've got left, I think that I'll get 1 luminary tool still finished. Second one, though, isn't looking good. I think I physically have the time to do it before I leave tomorrow, but because I also have to make the video, it wouldn't be done in time to be in the video. So we'll have to save that last luminary tool for later. For now, though, I'm going to continue working on this one here as I finish editing my video. Ugh. I'll talk to you soon. Hi, welcome to soon. It seems that my editing is just about finished, and this has coincided with an achievement being just about finished. Let's bring this one home. Bam! There's threading the needle. Artisan, 10 points. Followed by a weaver's life for me, 30 points. Holy crap. There it is, our luminary needle. Isn't it, yeah, it's nice, I guess. It's pretty cool. I would slap someone with that. So yeah, that is Weaver done. That means the only Realm Reborn bulk crafting achievements left are Culinarian. I wish I had time to finish this one today, but I just don't. There's no chance I could do it. It's 4 a.m., guys. I gotta render this video so I can go to sleep. So yeah, with that said, let's hurry up and roll the outro. And that's going to be it for this week. I got a nice clean 10 achievements for a total of 115 points. This brought my LOL achievement score up to 16,960. My server rank seems to have not changed, but I'm confident I'll start gaining numbers again soon. I still have tons of grinds happening over on the Twitch stream, which you should definitely go follow if you'd like to join the journey live. Anyway, I'm leaving for vacation as soon as this video finishes rendering, so by the time it's published, I'll probably be sitting by the poolside sipping cocktails. 1 like equals 1 sip. Okay, bye.